Psalm 78, starting at 41. And they are returning, and they are probing El, and Holy One of Israel. They set mark, not they remembered, hand of him, day which he ransomed them from foe, which he placed in Egypt, signs of him, and miracles of him in field of Zoan. And he is returning to blood, waterways of them, and ones flowing of them. No, they are drinking. He is sending in them a mixture of flies, and he is devouring them, and frog, and he is ruining them, and he is giving to beetle, crop of them, and labor of them to the locust. He is killing in the hail, vine of them, and mulberry trees of them in the sleet. And he is surrendering to the hail, livestock of them, and cattle of them to Sirachos. He is sending in them heat of anger, in him rage, and menace and distress, mission of messengers of evils. He is pondering track for anger of him, not he kept back from death, soul of them, and life of them to the plague he surrendered. And he is smiting every of firstborn in Egypt, beginning of virilities in tents of Ham, and he is making the journey as the flock, people of him, and he is leading them as they drove in the wilderness. And he is guiding them to trust, and not they were afraid. Ones being enemies of them, he covered the sea, and he is bringing them to boundary of holiness of him. Mountain, this she acquired, right hand of him. And he is driving out from the faces of them nations, and he is causing to cast lots, them in line of allotment, and he is causing to tabernacle in tents of them, tribes of Israel, and they are probing, and they are defying Elohim, Supreme One, and testimonies of him, not they kept. They are turning away. They are being treacherous as fathers of them. They are warped as bow of deceit, and they are provoking to vexation him in high places of them, and in carvings of them. They are making jealous him. He heard Elohim, and he is being enraged, and he is rejecting utterly in Israel, and he is abandoning tabernacle of Shiloh tent. He tabernacled in human, and he is giving to the captivity strength of him, beauty of him in hand of foe, and he is surrendering to the sword people of him, and in allotment of him he was enraged. Choice young men of him she devoured, fire and virgins of him not they were praised. Priests of him in the sword they fell, and widows of him not they are lamenting. And he is awakening as sleeping one, my Lord, as masterful man, one being jubilant from wine, and he is smiting foes of him. Backward reproach of Eon he gave to them. And he is rejecting intent of Joseph, and the tribe of Ephraim not he chose. And he is choosing a tribe of Judah, mountain of Zion, which he loves. And he is building like ones, being high, sanctuary of him as earth. He founded her for Eon. And he is choosing in David, servant of him, and he is taking him from fold to flock. From after one's unweaning, he brought him to shepherd of in Jacob, people of him, and in Israel, allotment of him. And he is shepherding time, as sincerity of heart of him, and in understandings of palms of him. He is guiding them. Amen.